Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Satoshi and the Red Ribbon Army. Wait, Team Rocket a set. And this is one of those exclusives. Here we go. Here's a brown shipper box right here. And I got this through Tatsu Hobby. I believe there's still one in their shelves. I don't think it's listed in their web store. You can always send them an email if you want to get one of these. So this is quite nice. Otherwise, I believe you can get them separately. And lately, SH or Bandai is doing this with their figure lines where they bundle it up. Whether it's cheaper, maybe, or there's some extra things, so we'll take a look inside. So here we go. Here's the box art. Quite nice, and we see a little bit of from the anime, from what I remembered. It's been a while since I watched Pokemon, but it's still memorable. I still remember all those awesome Pokemons here. We got a Charizard back there, we got a Growlithe, we got Meowth there, the Gyarados, Pikachu, a little Pikachu, well, it's supposed to be a Pichu, but I think it's just a little Pikachu back then. Alright, on the back side, we got more stuff here. So, yeah, this is actually probably one of the first time that we are getting an Ash Ketchum, well, here in the US. He's Satoshi in Japan, that it is articulated or in this particular style. It's quite nice. Actually, Figma is making one, or Max Factory, a small company. Well, that's the distribution. I always get those two mixed. Anyways, there is gonna be a Figma for Ash Ketchum. I think that is also a limited thing, which might be hard to get. Might be region restricted, which kind of sucks, especially for us here in the US who wants to get an Ash Ketchum, whether it's Figuarts or Figma. But the Figuarts is readily available, hopefully, if it's not sold out yet. But yeah, here we go. And get some crazy antics on the sides. Sorry, the box is really too big. And it's really long. Anyways, that's that. Let me do an unboxing and let's see how it is set up inside. Alright, so here we go. Here's the layout of what's inside. We got quite a bit of stuff. And considering that there are three main figure arts here. We have Ash, we have Jessie, and we have James. Along with the additional of Pikachu and Meowth. But three figure arts. So let's say that's about $40–50 each. Times 3, that's about around $130 to $150, which I think that was the retail price for this. Now it is exclusive, meaning that this will go up. You might be looking at around $180 to $200, depending where you get it. But yeah, that's that's quite a bit. Yeah, I just want to explain the pricing. But yeah, let's take a look here. We have an extra piece of hair here. I guess if we switch out the hat here, we got that expression there, surprise expression, I guess, the determined look, or serious look, I guess, the crying one. I believe the crying facial expression is exclusive to this set. And you got a bunch of hands. We got a Pokeball there. We have a happy Pikachu face right there, although that one's still smiling. We have an extra piece here, I believe, to create a Pikachu on his arm or in the back. We have Jessie here, and James. We got extra facial expressions here, probably for when they get blown away. A variety of hands. We do have James with a rose. He's an iconic thing that he does. And Jessie with, I guess, the pointing finger right here. Meowth with extra facial expression. I think that's it. Then we have an extra stand here, which has that claw thing. And we have this also. So for this set, we're gonna get the big sign for Team Rocket right here. It's acrylic. So that is quite nice. Otherwise, I think that's it. I mean, other than we have the instructions on how to replace, certain things. But yeah, I just want to do a quick unboxing of what's inside. There we go. Alright, so we have Ash here, the #1 Pokemon trainer. Perhaps. Quite nice. So it does remind me quite a bit of the show I watched growing up. And yeah, it's finally nice to see a figure of it. Although there's probably figures of Ash before, but not like Figuarts. You know, Figuart is like the go-to for, you know, a lot of the good figures. Well, for the Japanese collectibles these days. Right, so here we go. In terms of paint app, the eyes are nicely done. Not too bad. The mouth, yeah. I don't see really much issues. Even the red here and the white, yeah, really great. Let's see what else. I mean, the jeans, the light blue, although it would be nice if it's a little bit textured, but then again, it's kind of based off the, well, there's a movie, but the cartoon, not too bad. Right, so let's go ahead and take some, or check out some articulation. So for the neck, from what I can see here, okay, so it is pegged on the back side of the hair. I mean, in terms of movement, a little, it's always in that happy smile with the mouth open. That's a little too happy. For this here, got the joint right there. It's a hinge ball joint. You can move that around. You can twist this a little bit, I guess. Okay, we have the swivel here, you know, where the flesh and the white are basically right below the sleeve. It's kind of like your bicep swivel. You got your elbow bend 90 degrees. See that joint right there. And we have this with a green joint. Huh. Okay. Then we have the rubbery jacket here. Not too bad. It does, you can kind of see the green inside. You know, for the shirt. Well, just depending on your positioning, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think you can still hide that. And it's just kind of weird that they did, because this is kind of like sleeveless now. Alright, so torso, not too bad. You know, you can lean side. Oh, that's actually pretty good. You can lean. There we go. Waist, turn a little bit. Then you got your Figuarts hinge waist, which you can move down, move up, move back, do the split, for the most part, and knee bend. Not too bad, but I'm not fan of the, you know, it kind of just exposed the joint there, but it's one of those, it's really hard to create a functional joint that gives you the articulation. It always sacrifices what it looks. Yeah, you know, that's good. If you want Ash to be running crazily, we can have that. Then moving down, you have your ankle here. I can see a hinge joint right there, kind of like the shoulder. Mine's a little stiff. Same thing on the other side. I guess if you just turn it just right, you can do a nice ankle. Yeah, ankle pivot there. You got a toe joint right there. There we go. Yeah, articulation wise, not too bad. Let's see, can I remove this jacket for those who are curious? Because this one is actually separated from the collar. This is like a plastic here. It's a little different. Got a peg joint right there. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for the articulation. Let's do some swap out for the cap here. Let's remove that. Alright. Then we have the hair here. We're just going to attach it. There's a rectangular peg. Goes on top. Am I doing this right? No, I'm not. Seems like okay. Am I supposed to? Yep, I'm supposed to remove that. There we go. So without the cap, you can probably hold this. Let's see here. For the hands, we can swap this out. We have the index finger, which either can use to be saying that you got number 1, he's number 1, or he's just pointing something. Yeah, I guess that works. Then you have this one as well, which is just a relaxed open hand. Then you have the Pokeball here as well. So let's swap this hand here with the Pokeball. I don't see any left hand. Well, then again, he's right-handed, so see, no other spare left hand. Let's see what else we got here. So let's do some swaps. Actually, let's see here. Let me try this on here. So how does this work? So this is for Pikachu. Let's just have him stand here. I mean, we still have other facial expression to go over with, but let's just take a look at Pikachu. So here's Pikachu. We got some flexible plastic here. It's kind of rubbery. You got the neck with a hinge. It's kind of hard to see, but I mean, he has a little bit of movement there. He can even do a little bit of up crunch. Huh, interesting. There is no peg connections for Pikachu. Huh. Well, that's a little interesting. So I guess, okay, how is this gonna work? I probably should look on the instructions. A little interesting here. Yeah, I might have to look at the instruction. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, so it's a cradle. It goes to his whole body. Okay, that's... we should just go like this. There we go. Yeah, I guess that works. Alright, so there is another face here, which is the happy one. Okay, so that's how it's connected. Just a little ball joint. Does this move at all? That was a little... oh, it's over there. I mean, you got that little pivot there. That's probably from the joint right here. Okay, well, that's that. We can swap it out. You get a different facial expression. Quite nice. Otherwise, let's go ahead and swap out the facial expression. So aside from the happy one, you have the determined look. Here we go. And we have the surprise look also. And just bear with me with this. There's a lot to go over. Alright. There we go. It's probably when Pikachu is not listening to him. Or Charizard, for that matter. Lastly, we have... let's see if I can get that out. This one here. So this one you don't really see... I mean, they kind of darken the top part, and that's, you know, from the shadow of the cap. So we're gonna use... I mean, actually, for those who are wondering what it looks like... oh yeah, that's not good. We're not gonna use that. We're gonna use this instead and put back the cap. Where is the cap? Actually, can we put this on Pikachu? Sometimes Pikachu is holding... no. And unfortunately we cannot remove the ears. Otherwise, it's possible to put this on Pikachu. Or maybe on one side. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Actually, yeah, let me put back the other facial expression of Pikachu. There we go. Yeah, I still remember the other SH Figuarts Pikachu that came out. It's too big. Articulation is just very limited. Could have been better. I feel like they should have just released this size Pikachu along with Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. Yeah, I think that would be great. Like a 4-pack, and just have alternate faces, maybe a little bit of movement here and there. That would be great. Or different bodies. Alright, so I think let's swap this out. I'm just recreating the scene. Oops. Similar to what we've seen in the box. I think this is when he wants to set off Charizard free or something like that. Is that what that scene is? I can't remember. It's been a while. But it is darker, and in a way, the shadow of the visor here on his cap kind of helps that, or creates that illusion. That's actually quite nice, having that particular color there. It's a little darker. Yeah, I mean, it's odd looking from this point, but here, I think it's just right. So I'm gonna set him here. Let me straighten out his body. You don't want him to be a little... Okay, alright, so back is... Where's Charizard? Alright, so I do have Charizard. This is the reissued Charizard, which has a better color, in my opinion, than the first one. First one, it's too orange, although I do like orange, but I don't think it's the right. So in comparison with Ash, this is how Charizard is, and we can clearly see that Charizard should be a little bigger than that. Ash Ketchum is a kid. Charizard is a little too small for this scale. Yeah. Oh well. Size-wise, this is about 5" for Ash. Charizard is about 5". So there you go. It's a 5" figure. Actually, kind of curious if they're gonna reissue Charizard and put him on the SH Monster Arts. That'll be interesting. Probably give him a little bit more texture. Yeah, sure. Why not? Anyways, that is for Satoshi or Ash Ketchum. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out with Team Rocket. Alright, then we're gonna go ahead and start with the mastermind of Team Rocket, or in this case, the trio's team. Since Team Rocket is a big organization, there's different teams out there trying to steal Pokemon. But for this, we got Meowth. Yeah, this is actually quite nice. We got a little bit of a ball joint here. You can move this around, which works. The feet here, or the waist to the legs, it is fixed, and the tail is the same way, but you get a little bit of flexibility. It's kind of like the tail kind of works as a stand. You get a little bit of movement here. It is on that ball joint. There we go. It's just a straight peg. It's actually great that you're able to remove that, since it might be a little difficult to swap out the face. We're gonna go ahead and swap out the face, and there's pegs there. Huh? What is that peg used for? I don't know what the peg is used for, or those two peg holes, but there's 2 pegs connects there. So this is the alternate face right here, where Meowth is just confused, knocked out. Alright, so there we go. We're gonna just set him aside there. Moving on to the next. Alright, so I have the other 2 here. And yeah, let's take a look. Let's start with James here. Alright, and there goes the arm. Let's put this on the side here. Alright. So James here got a purple hair. His iconic color. Got that, what's that called? Like a fuchsia belt, I guess. Got the nice red here for the R. I was kind of curious what that is. That might be, is that a peg connection? Although in the instruction says they're using the grippy waist arm for the stand as opposed to a peg. Alright, so going over articulation, you cannot look down, look side to side. Now, the facial expression on this one, you only get one or the other, which this one is always looking to his right. Otherwise, you have this one here where, again, when you're blasting off. Going on, we have the shoulder joint here. You got the bicep swivel, which is nice. You do have a little bit of wiggle room there, but you have the bicep swivel. Got the decent elbow joint, kind of like Ash. Got your wrist joint as well. Here you got your abdomen, which is a fairly good abdomen. Got your waist. It's pretty much almost the same, even that joint right there. There we go. And you have your ankle here. Yep. So there's no thigh swivel, but you do have ankle here. You can do certain wide stance, and you got a toe joint right there. The bottom side on this one is not, there's nothing on it. Ash has it on the sole of his foot. Now there's a design there, not for James. Alright, so I'm just gonna have him stand here. Let's take a look. Actually, before we get there, might as well, let's go ahead and swap out the hands. So aside from the closed fist, you're gonna have a pair of open hands right here. And lastly, you're gonna have your iconic item for James, and that is the rose. So I'm just gonna have him this particular pose right here. The detail on the rose, not too bad. It's not sharp as you can see here, but it works. So have him. I'm not sure what he's going for. Is this supposed to be like a tuxedo mask? Some gentleman with a rose? Yeah, it's a little weird. Alright, so now for Jessie. Jessie has a long hair here. And now we see a seam line there. Can we turn this? Nope. So that's just an extension. Really long hair. It's quite nice actually, especially the paint. Not too bad except for the seam line right there. But that is quite nice. Now we got the face here. You got some lime green earrings. And she's always looking to the left. Or her left. Alright, so articulation is going to be the same. Same thing with the shoulder here. You got your bicep swivel. Although it is a different mold, obviously, since she's a lady. This is flexible, kind of like Ash's jacket, as well as the skirt. Now, the skirt is a little odd. It's, well, it's not that, I would think this is going to be a little bit more fit, but it's kind of loose, and there is the cut right there. You can see the wrinkles here. See, I kind of want that in front, but the front, it's just a little yeah, it's not fit. Although, I guess when she's doing a wide stance, that kind of helps out. But yeah. Again, no tie swivel that I know of. It is not there. I mean, you can do a little wiggle onto the waist joint there. Yeah. Same articulation, knee bend, ankle, toe, and there's no design on the bottom. Now for those who are curious, yeah, she has kind of like, I'm not sure if that's a panties, or it's kind of like a sportswear underwear or something like that. But yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it's just gray. Alright, other than that, I wonder if you can actually remove this. It might be possible. And, well, whatever's inside, you don't have a sleeveless arm here. She's gonna have this particular long sleeve with the gloves. So, not a good idea to remove that. Alright, so for her, I mean, aside from the open hands, she's gonna have the closed fist, kind of like James. And she has this particular hand gesture here on her right. And that's pretty much it. A bit limited, but, you know, for the most part, you just want them to be displayed. See? Maybe do a certain pose right there. There we go. Now I'm kind of curious, is James always on the left? I guess so. Well, on their left. Obviously it's going to be inverted since we're facing them. But yeah, there we go. Team Rocket. Not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and swap out the faces. Just for the heck of it. Actually, before we get there, let's go back and you know, just bear with me here. I'm swapping out the Ash's face. I should just pause the video, huh? Jeez. Yeah, right. So almost there. Just so Ash is right here. Ash is almost as tall as James. Yeah, it's a little bit. Unless Ash is just that tall or James is that short, but I would think that, you know, they as an adult, Jesse and James should be a little taller than that. And again, the proportions with them and the Pokemon, especially Charizard, is a little off. Just trying to get her to stand here. Unfortunately, there's no grip onto, and yeah, this thing too. You can kind of see in the underside, the butt area, the extra plastic here is not letting you turn, and there's no tie swivel. So you kind of have to point your knees together like that. It's a little odd looking, but you kind of see that on a lot of anime with the female figures. There we go. Well, we'll go with that. Alright, so again, here with Ash. Yeah, he's a little too tall for proportion. And here with Pikachu and Meowth. I guess this particular pose of Pikachu kind of doubles as Pikachu just, you know, running or walking in the floor on all fours. Alright, so that's that. Let's go ahead and swap out the faces of Team Rocket. Alright, so again with Meowth, I know I've shown this already, so we're just gonna pop that out. Might be a little stuck there in the beginning, but once you loosen that for the first time, I think you're good afterwards. So we go. And for James, now some of you might be wondering, well, can we swap out James and Jesse's face? You cannot. It's a different mold. Will be nice if we can, but something tells me they did it for that reason, to not swap them out. Although their face are almost identical in some sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and swap this out. There we go. Got that distressed look on himself. There we go. Gonna have him lying there. Now for Jesse, let's see. I think I'm just gonna have to pop this out. Okay, so it slides down. And we're just gonna slide this in. There we go. Yeah, that mouth and with the tongue, it is really weird. Anyways, so, you know, have them that certain, okay. It's really hard with that hair there, but I'm just gonna go with that pose. I mean, you can kind of see that on the image, where they're just blasting away. So, yeah, we'll go with that. No, I'm missing the Meowth blimp. I think I still remember that. Alright, so let's wrap this up. Almost forgot, you can flip the hat around. So, for those who are wondering, yes, you can. There we go. Because it's a rectangular peg. Yep. That is possible. And that's pretty much it for this review. Overall, it's a really nice set. You are getting 3 Figuarts on this particular set. Otherwise, you can get them separately. Either you get the Ash and Pikachu on one side, then you can have the Team Rocket on another. But there is this limited set which comes in with the crying face Ash this facial expression, as well as that acrylic, a big giant symbol for the Team Rocket. Yeah, overall, I like this set. I mean, it does what it does. I mean, things could have been better. It would have been great to have more accessories, but for the most part, you know, Team Rocket, they usually just have that pose and say their mantra, which I think I forgot now. You know, to something. And actually, when I yeah, I should have looked that up. It's actually, their mantra is not evil, which is weird. Yeah, it's, then again, they don't really do much. They're actually doing good in terms of the Team Rocket. They're just bunk wrapping the, what was the Team Rocket boss? Was it Giovanni? Oh, it's been a while. Wasn't that a team leader as well? Huh. But yeah, this works out quite well. Just that the proportions are a little off. Ash is a little big. Yeah. Or either that or Charizard could have been bigger. Justin James could be a little taller compared to Ash, but you know, it is what it is. And for the most part, it's still a great display piece having this set. Anyways, that's about it for this review. Again, I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I still think there is one set on display, or you can have more. Just send them an email. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meats. Thanks for watching.